The women's squash team were predicted to uphold their number 15 nationally ranked position this upcoming season, and so far they're off to a pretty decent start. The team kicked off their season in no better way with a clean 9-0 sweep against Georgetown, with junior Zoe Fu-Yuk Han continuing to maintain a leading presence on the court after securing a number 12 ranked position in the CSA last season, a program high for GW. Despite the clean sweep against Georgetown, GW fell short to number 3 ranked Princeton 8-1, again with Fu-Yuk Han leading the charts with the only GW victory throughout the course of the match. It's difficult to say whether or not GW will maintain their number 15 rank, and here to answer that question for us is our very own Richie Wright. So, Richie, give us a lowdown on what exactly is happening with this squash team.
So far, it's been a pretty decent start, like you said. Junior Fu-Yuk Han has done really well. She's got a win streak of 3 games now, and she's looking to equal or better her record last year of 13 wins for the whole season. And even for the rest of the team, that loss to Princeton wasn't awful. They had a few matches that went the distance, some of the players getting set off, but they couldn't just pull through.
Sure, and so just to harp on Fu-Yuk Han, she is definitely a key player, definitely anchoring the team. What about some other players that aren't on her exact level? How are they able to match her level?
Well, I think they definitely have to look to her for guidance because she's pulling through these games, and she's only dropped 1 game so far, and that's really impressive. So I think they definitely have to. We have 2 new freshmen as well as a new sophomore who just transferred over, and they've put up some decent results, not wins, but they're definitely working their way toward that, I think.
Well, I think you're seeing a similar trend with the men's team, which we'll talk about in a little bit, especially with Princeton and Virginia. I mean, these are 2 hotly contested teams. I mean, these 2 are some of the best in the nation. We could see it not only with the ranking, but their performances against this women's team. Very similar with the men's too. They're having a lot of difficulty there, but I think something that we can look forward to again is the leadership of Fu-Yuk Han, but also just their established dominance that we've seen throughout over the course of the year. I think both of them are very intertwined in terms of dominance, in terms of how they do during the season. But something I want to ask you, coming up later on, I mean, we're looking at the Washington Jefferson Cup. We're looking at a few other matches going on this season. What do you think is going to be the biggest thing that we need to look for going on for the rest of the season?
Well, I think the biggest thing is we're going to definitely have to see Fu-Yuk Han leading the path toward victory, and we're going to need to see the seniors and juniors stepping it up because they've been on the team now for 2-3 years, so they need to make sure that they're able to get more results and lead better results in the end.
Sure, and I guess just to wrap it up here, Richie, who are some other players that we definitely need to keep an eye out for the remainder of this season?
Engi Elmondo is another. She's the co-captain who's a senior. She had a really strong showing against Princeton, and she's definitely one to look out for because I think she's one of the other strongest players on the team. All
right, well, thank you so much, Richie, and we'll be sure to keep an eye out on the women's squash team.